Hello, Nerd Society. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got an epic showdown lined up between two powerhouses from different universes, Thor and Shazam. On one side, we have Thor, the god of thunder from Marvel, a warrior prince with the power of the storm, wielding his mighty hammer Mjolnir. On the other side, there's Shazam, the champion of the gods from DC, a young hero transformed by the wisdom and strength of ancient deities. It's going to be a clash of lightning, strength, and mythological power. But before we dive into this battle, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Let's get into it and see who would come out on top in this electrifying showdown. Strengths and weaknesses of the characters. Shazam, Captain Marvel. Strengths. Immense physical strength. Shazam possesses superhuman strength that allows him to compete with, and sometimes surpass, Superman in certain instances. Speed and agility. In combat, Shazam is incredibly fast, capable of moving at supersonic speeds, making him a tough opponent to catch or hit. Endurance and durability. He can withstand devastating attacks, such as Superman's heat vision, and is highly resilient to extreme levels of heat and force. Magical powers. Since his powers are magical in nature, Shazam has an advantage against beings like Superman, and in some cases Thor, who have weaknesses to magic. Healing power. By invoking the magical lightning of Shazam, Billy can restore his form and powers, helping him regenerate during combat. Weaknesses. Dependence on the magic word. Billy must say Shazam to access his powers. If he's interrupted or unable to say the word, he reverts to his vulnerable teenage form. Relative inexperience. Though extremely powerful, Billy is still young and sometimes impulsive, which puts him at a disadvantage against more experienced warriors like Thor. Limitation outside the Rock of Eternity. His powers are greatly amplified within the Rock of Eternity, but outside this domain, he becomes more vulnerable and less formidable. Thor Odinson. Strengths. Colossal strength. Thor is strong enough to face opponents like Hulk and Hercules, and can withstand the pressure of neutron stars. Extreme durability. Thor has survived nuclear explosions and attacks from Celestials, beings with the power to destroy galaxies. Mjolnir. Hammer Mjolnir amplifies his powers, allowing him to fly, manipulate time, and launch devastating magical attacks, including planet-shattering blows. Lightning and magical powers. His mystical abilities, combined with Mjolnir's powers, make him a formidable opponent against enemies with any weakness to magic. Combat experience. With centuries of battle experience, Thor is a skilled warrior and strategist, able to outthink and outfight his enemies. Weaknesses. Dependence on Mjolnir. While Thor is strong without Mjolnir, he loses several abilities and much of his resistance without the hammer. Arrogance and overconfidence. As a god, Thor tends to underestimate his opponents, which can put him at risk against unexpectedly powerful foes like Shazam. Limitations in extensive magical battles. While powerful, Thor can sometimes struggle against certain types of magic, especially when faced with magic that bypasses his physical strength. Fight conclusion. Shazam versus Thor. At the climax of this intense battle, both warriors begin to feel the strain, pushing each to reveal their most powerful abilities to secure victory. At this critical moment, the environment and each fighter's personal strategy become crucial factors. Setting. Rock of Eternity versus neutral environments. At the Rock of Eternity, if the battle takes place in Shazam's magical stronghold, the Rock of Eternity, he gains a tremendous advantage. This realm provides a near-limitless source of mystical power, connected to various magical realms and even Zeus, one of the gods who grants Shazam his power. The rock amplifies Shazam's abilities and enhances his healing factor, making him nearly invulnerable. In this setting, Shazam could summon his magical lightning with greater intensity and frequency, not only to recharge himself, but even to try disarming Thor by knocking Mjolnir from his grip temporarily. The Rock of Eternity is a highly favorable battlefield for Shazam, amplifying his magical abilities and neutralizing any advantage Thor might have with Mjolnir. In a neutral environment, like Earth away from the Rock of Eternity, Thor gains a slight edge, especially given his history of fighting in diverse and challenging realms without relying on a specific location to enhance his power. In this scenario, Thor maintains full control and use of Mjolnir, freely summoning storms and lightning without restrictions. In a neutral setting, Thor's experience facing powerful opponents, including other gods and cosmic beings, provides him with a tactical advantage. He would know how to exploit openings in Shazam's attacks and would be ready to withstand the hero's strongest blows. Final strategies of Thor and Shazam. Thor, to destabilize Shazam. Thor might wield Mjolnir to channel a divine storm, an ancient, devastating power that summons powerful lightning and winds. By invoking this storm, Thor would enhance the impact of his attacks, striking Shazam with mystical lightning bolts that could potentially pierce even his magical defenses. If Thor could lure Shazam into a confined area, he might unleash a relentless sequence of attacks, using Mjolnir to launch and retrieve the hammer at high speed, making it nearly impossible for Shazam to dodge. Shazam. Recognizing the intensity of the divine storm, Shazam could try to exploit his superior speed to maintain distance, waiting for an opening while dodging Thor's direct attacks. He might also strategically summon his Shazam lightning to create a burst of energy that could momentarily throw Thor off balance. Another tactic would be for Shazam to rely on his durability and healing factor to prolong the fight, wearing Thor down gradually. Shazam's physical resilience, combined with his ability to draw on the power of the gods, would help him endure Thor's attacks and counter with devastating strikes when Thor starts to tire. Decisive moment and final strike. Disarming with Mjolnir. In a risky move, Shazam might attempt to grab Mjolnir to destabilize Thor, but it's unlikely he would be able to wield the hammer without being worthy in the eyes of Mjolnir. However, this attempt could be enough to momentarily delay Thor, giving Shazam an opening for a powerful counterattack. Thor, on the other hand, would quickly retrieve Mjolnir due to his magical bond with the hammer, frustrating Shazam's efforts. Thor's divine hammer strike. If Thor recognizes Shazam's continued resistance during the battle, he might choose to concentrate all of Mjolnir's magical energy into one final blow. This strike would be equivalent to a divine explosion and would aim to neutralize Shazam's magical defenses. By releasing such a blow, Thor could potentially send Shazam flying a great distance, or even incapacitate the young hero temporarily. Shazam's lightning strike. If Shazam still has strength left, he may summon his magical lightning in an attempt to heal himself under pressure or even temporarily disrupt Mjolnir's power. However, this strike would need to be perfectly timed, as Thor would be at his peak power, and if executed incorrectly, the impact could leave Shazam stunned and vulnerable. Final conclusion. Although Shazam is a formidable opponent, filled with magical abilities and tremendous strength, Thor possesses a more balanced skill set and experience that could make the difference in a prolonged fight. Thor's ability to withstand cosmic attacks and his mastery of Mjolnir make him slightly superior in both physical and magical battles. Final result. Thor would win in most circumstances, especially if the fight took place outside the Rock of Eternity. Thor's experience and the power of Mjolnir would give him the necessary advantage to eventually overpower Shazam, though the battle would be fierce and highly contested. Thank you all for tuning in to this epic showdown between Thor and Shazam. What a battle it was! We've explored their strengths, magical powers, and final strategies. And after weighing all the factors, Thor emerges as the victor on Earth. But we want to know, what do you think? Could Shazam have taken the win? Or was Thor always destined for victory? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss another action-packed breakdown. And of course, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all the latest content. We've got more epic battles, reviews, and superhero discussions coming your way. Thanks again for being part of the Nerd Society family. Until next time, keep your hero spirit alive